Welcome to Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 10.5 Plus Patch.
Hey, what can I say? You preserved my ass. I truly appreciate you not saying anything, and I want you to know I take care of those who do...
Yeah, if you are good, if you tell Sebastian Lacroy that Mercurio did not nobody, the answer is none, no problem, which means that Mercurio was perfectly helpful and didn't do anything bad, then he shows up here. And if he shows up here, that means you have him as an arms dealer, and he's going to give you this, well, he's going to give you a lot of weapons early, a lot of great weapons. He's going to give you the spaz. I always pick up the flamethrower from him, not now. All he has now is a knife, but he is... Stop in to see him frequently. I am very happy to have him as a arms dealer. Okay, this is a very easy quest for a Ventrue, because we have Persuasion. That's going to prove to be helpful. And we can sneak well enough.
Tell Jacobson if he... Jeez, what kind of wood stain, don't they?
Yeah, didn't you ever see Fletch? Yeah, most of the people watching this have never seen Fletch. So yeah, if you haven't seen Fletch, it might be worth your time. So anyway, that's so we got a reward point, and yeah, now we can begin the quest.
When you get down there, wait for me to call off the guy guarding gangway A. As soon as he leaves, get your ass moving, and don't let him see you. I'll give you a couple of minutes, but don't dilly-dally. In and out, okay? Don't forget to stay out of sight. If anyone sees you...
Yeah, the password is Lighthouse, but I'm pretty sure I can hack that. I have computer hacking up high enough. Okay, while this is going on, a quick word. Every so often, YouTube decides, in its infinite wisdom, that I guess it updates its algorithm or something, and then it changes its rules, which it does in a completely arbitrary and capricious way. Oh, that looks nice. I like that view. And then what they'll do is, for us small creators who are not monetized, they'll demonetize a bunch of our videos, which doesn't really matter. And but also now they've started to block videos, and they're blocking videos for the dumbest things. Like in the last video, I made a I played the music, Pilot to the Stars. I knew that was going to get the video demonetized, which it did. Okay, in this video you can see that I'm sneaking around the corner very easily. Just hug the corners. It's easy to do. But my video got blocked for the music in downtown. That's just the background music that plays when you're wandering around downtown. That got the video blocked. So it would never have occurred to me to block that music. It didn't block. I don't think I got blocked for any of the music in the clubs. Like, I've played a lot of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines and the Final Nights, and now this series. It didn't block anything for the actual copyrighted music in the clubs, but they blocked it for the background music in downtown and the background music in the haunted house, not Pilot to the Stars, which is the music where the necklace is, but the just the background music, the scary background music, that got the video blocked. So I filed, I have to interrupt here, yeah, deck cams. You want to see the Ankara Sarcophagus, so you have to turn the deck cams on. The deck cams will show up in the computer right next to it. We'll flip through the images, and the quest is complete. So, okay. So I'll continue with my description of what's going on. Yeah, and it just seems so arbitrary. There's no way to predict, unless you just turn all of the music off, which, you know, a big part of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines is how incredible the music is. and how it creates a feeling, an atmosphere that you play the game in. Yeah, I don't know what the answer is. JT Corp's put out a video saying what he's going through. I guess all we can do is file a, fair use claim. Hopefully that doesn't get my channel completely deleted, which it can do. Yeah, it's pretty frustrating dealing with YouTube, and every time you deal with them, it is always frustrating and unpleasant. So, and again, I do this just as a hobby. I don't make a penny on any of this. So if they were to just demonetize, I wouldn't care. But they're actually blocking videos. So, yeah, and at any point they just change their policy or they change their mind. And yeah, it's almost like they're trying to drive content creators off the platform. There have got to be a lot of people who are making videos right now who are just thinking, this isn't worth it, it's too frustrating, I'm done. There've got to be a bunch of your favorite content creators who are just going to just walk away because they don't have to do this. I don't know what the guys who make money at this, I don't know what they're going through. I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine that you depend on YouTube for your livelihood, and your entire livelihood could be destroyed in an afternoon just with an email message from YouTube. I can't even imagine. Yeah, and on a brighter note, hopefully YouTube will sort this out, and yeah, all my videos won't be blocked and you'll get to watch them. So that would be nice. I don't know what I'm going to do exactly, making content in the future to try to not get my videos blocked. Again, demonetized, I don't care. It's that the stuff gets blocked and nobody can see it. So that kind of defeats the point of making the video. Well, that quest was very easy. The interesting thing for me was that I used to go through the ship and know where every turn was, and I kind of forgot a couple of the turns. So, and you saw me kind of wandering around lost a little bit. That didn't happen 4 years ago. Heather, so good to see you.
I know this might seem creepy and all, but please don't blow me off, okay? Someone told me I could find you here. I mean, I've been looking all over for you since that night. Because I just wanted to... I'm in your debt. I want to help you. I owe you my life, and I feel like I need to repay you. I almost forgot. I'm Heather. Heather Poe. I'm not weirding you out or anything, am I?
I have a burning urge to play Fallout 4. In fact, the last character I played on Fallout 4, I called her Heather Poe. That was her name, and of course it's the same voice actress that does both roles. So, yeah, I have a burning desire to go crank up Fallout 4 and spend some time with Heather Poe. So actually way more lines of dialogue in Fallout 4 than she has here. She doesn't really have that many lines of dialogue, but the lines are so good, and this voice actress delivers them so well. Just such a great performance. Actually, all the characters, the voice actors do such a great job. I really, really enjoy all of them. Okay, we're going to go in here, and let's see. Alright. When we come back from the Elizabeth Dane, we need to see this guy.
2 minutes, newbie. All the time I've got to spare right now. Came to California to get out of the Dust Bowl during... That's a stupid question.
Okay, and I'm just going to talk over him. So what you saw me do is I put the second perk into melee, because he's going to give me the third perk. This is not going to be a melee character, but it is going to be helpful to have melee, because when you fight the low-level enemies in this game, their stat increase, okay? When you fight the low-level characters in the game, then it's very, very nice to have as much melee as possible, or as much brawl as if they're humans. And with humans, just use your fists because they're faster, but for supernatural creatures that are low level, a fire axe is just perfect, and you'll do more damage if you have melee up.
Evening, Missy. You back to see Mr. Lacroy again? Yeah.
So the thing about Chunk that's really interesting, I recommend... playing a seduction character is a complete waste of time. But what you might want to do sometime is put 10 points into seduction, get seduction 10 by using a console command, and just put 10 points in seduction. Don't cheat with anything else, just seduction. Seduction is useless in the game, but it's fun. And then there are a whole bunch of lines of dialogue that a female character can have with Officer Chunk. It's just amazing they put that in there. I think I mentioned that before a couple times, but it's really entertaining to seduce everybody in the game.
I've said all I need to for now.
One thing that's kind of interesting is that the food critic, if you're a female, you cannot seduce him with 10 seduction. You can only seduce him if you're playing a male character. But you can seduce him. He'll actually go off with you and give you blood. The same way that a prostitute will, you know, where you say, here, come here, and he'll give you blood.
I don't have time for a monologue. Give me the bullet points of what you saw. And the Ankaran sarcophagus. What did you see? Opened? Let's not jump to conclusions. Give me the manifest in your notes. I'll sort this mess later. You might have noticed... Those were the Primogen. This city's...
Okay, all we're going to do here is just get the mission from Lacroy, and yeah, we're quickly running out of things to do in downtown except go do this mission. I just want to take a second. If the voice actor who played Sebastian Lacroy was not as incredibly talented as he is, the whole game would have fallen apart. He plays this character perfectly. You don't like him, but you never know for sure the first time you play it if he's being honest with you or not. And an actor with less ability wouldn't have been able to pull that off. He's almost believable, this character. It's okay that you dislike him, but you think that he might be telling you the truth and he might not be as bad as you think, and siding with him isn't a completely horrible idea. Yeah, and it's only believable. And if he had been an actor of less talent, the whole thing would have fallen apart, because this character has to be believable. You have to dislike him, yes, but he had to be believable, and I think the actor pulled it off. Every time I go through the game now, I'm just amazed at how good this guy did this voice acting. So yeah, and I just double-checked. to see if there were any extra options or any additional quests or anything, but there was nothing else for Lacroy. I really need to see Pisha. Now there's a knife here in one of the versions of the game. It might be the Final Nights, or it might be the basic game, or it might be if a one of the regular NPCs spawns there. In this game, a bum spawned there, which is why there's blood on the ground. I think a bum spawned there. But if a normal NPC spawns there, we get a knife.
Help me! Help me! It's got them. It's coming for me now. It's coming for my crew. We were here shooting for my show. I'm a parapsychologist. Haunted LA. Oh God. Look, I'll level with you. We usually fake these things, you know, ghosts. If that's all bullshit. We were setting up downstairs and weird shit.
Yeah, I'm just going to talk over him too. This is a fairly easy quest and fairly easy to get through. Just be sure and pick up his business card, which will be on the floor there. Check every room. Okay, this is actually the path to get to the other side. You can actually see someone on the other side of that rubbish. Behind this piece of plywood is a morphine bottle hidden there. Yeah, when you first come up to that rubbish there, that garbage, you can, junk, you can see the other side, and there's actually a person there usually. Okay, this gets us to the other side. Now we just get through this wood, which can be a little finicky. Just grab it and push it out of the way, and eventually you can walk through. There used to be 2 bottles of pills in here, so I'm kind of wondering where the other one is. I want to make a thorough look for it. I can't find it. But there used to be 2 bottles of pills in here at one time, so I'm just kind of... yeah. Maybe I should have looked under the bed, but that one bed I don't think was there in previous versions, and in the place of the bed was a bottle of pills. So, yeah, it doesn't seem to be there. So 1 bottle of pills. And there's nothing in here that can hurt you. It's just designed to be scary, and that's part of the brilliance of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Is it's just, you know, it's kind of a horror, gothic, scary kind of game, but a lot of it is just psychological thrills or scariness. Yeah, and this place is a perfect example. The first time you come down here, it's pretty scary. Okay, don't forget the morphine bottle on the ground. And you don't have to go under the floor, just go over the top of the junk. There used to be something in that room too, I thought, but I didn't see anything. So if I missed something in that room, let me know. But there used to be something in there. And this guy, yeah, he dies. And then we're going to go see Pisha.
Real terror is not the sight of death. Drinking blood.
Okay, we're going to blow through this dialogue, and what we want is we just want to be able to go, I don't care what you were called 230 years ago. All we want is we want to get the 2 items, and the first item is the one that I really want. Although both items are very good. So, yeah, and we're going to take the shortcut out of here. I'm just double checking with these characters. I'm getting really paranoid about missing new content. I don't want to miss something. So just hit the up button or the forward button and then hit control and go into the air vent. Yeah, don't go right up to the air vent. It'll kind of lock up a little bit, so just go up almost to the air vent and it'll open easily. Pick up the business card, and the business card will tell us that he is on the apartment 1. Oh, okay. Yep, Skyline Apartments. So we should probably go to Skyline Apartments. The buggiest and glitchiest location in all of Bloodlines. Okay, this is a good place to end the video. I'll do the apartment building in one take in one video. So we got the missions from Pisha, and we're ready to go. So I'll see you next time, as long as YouTube doesn't block my video. Thanks, and goodbye.